All right, we are in the final sessions of like delivery content. After this, we are only left with one thing, which is interview practice, interview practice, interview practice. And so let's get the final thing out and done and dusted, which is today we are going to talk about polishing resumes. And the format is going to remain the same, which is instead of theory first, we'll go feedback first. So whoever wants to volunteer, they can just paste your resume links in the chat. Maybe you can just raise your hand. We'll start with that and we'll give a live feedback, and then towards the end we'll consolidate points, and yeah, then homework, same structure. So let's start with Pratyush. You share your screen and
Yes, I'll share my screen.
let's go. Other people, just make sure you have your resume open so that you can.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, thoda sa zoom in. You can remove left, right things. Zoom in more. All right. Pratyush Kumar, I'm not sure why your first name is like, given less importance.
It is like format was I have overlay this website, so it is that format
You
part.
will not be there to justify this, right?
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. So you cannot say that format mein aisa tha. Whatever you are presenting, whatever you are sharing, it has your stamp of approval, like everything else, that you approve of it, right? If you really did not like this, then you would have used some other format, right? So this reason will not fly. Format mein aisa tha. Format mein aisa tha, so you could have changed it. But this is something that you chose, like this format was not given to you by anyone, right? Ye karke lao format, like it's not like college, wherein I think colleges have their specific formats, but for now you are in the free market, which is you can do anything. So yeah, this either it should be like both should be given same priority. Like this feels very weird to me. Just given more priority. You have a phone number, you have an email, you have a GitHub ID. Are these links clickable?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. We have LinkedIn. We have, what is this?
A LinkedIn portfolio.
Cryo
has created a portfolio.
Okay, cool. This is a portfolio. This is nice. Yeah. The slight difference between the GitHub and this thing is GitHub I can clearly see this is a username. LinkedIn also, I'm assuming this is your username.
Yeah.
Can you just click on it? Just GitHub and LinkedIn both. Pratish Kumar's username and LinkedIn also. Go to LinkedIn. Pratish Kumar is your username. Fine. Your website, this is not the case, right? And why? So either you can rename that to portfolio website, something like that, which tells me that, here is your portfolio. Right now, it's written Pratish Kumar and it feels like a username, but I'm not sure which website is this for. So just
I can write Pratyush portfolio or my portfolio.
Pratyush is like given, right? Ki apne resume mein to apna hi daloge.
Yeah, so I'll give my portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio website. Mention objective to associate with a vibrant organization where my knowledge and analytical ability are used maximum for growth of the organization and get ample opportunity to learn and grow. So the thing with this is it is super generic. What I mean by generic is there are like a lot of people in this room, and if I just rename this resume with any random name from this group, this will hold true for them as well. And yeah, this is the litmus test you can use unless you have a very specific objective. And what specific objectives look like is, let's say you have some industry preference. Let's say you only want to work in fintech industry. That is something you can write, which not everyone else will say, that hey, you only want to work in fintech industry or edtech industry, or you only want to work in early stage companies, startups like with less than 10 people, or you only want to like uh, let's say you have some location constraints, that you only want to work remotely, or you only want to work in, let's say, your hometown or one of the metro cities. So unless there is some constraint in your objective, then you can write here. But if it is not that, think of it this way: it does not tell me anything about you in particular. Like this is at the top, I've read it. What it tells me is, again, this is something that you have chosen to show at the top, and it doesn't give me anything. And it tells me what you think is important. So it is telling me that somehow Pratyush thought this is important, and while reading it, I don't think it is important. So our thinking does not align, right? So same as with giving your introductions, showcasing projects, like get to the point fast. The starting things of the resume should be like super specific. You can just skip the objective section entirely if it is not specific.
So it is not required.
Nothing is required, but if you are writing, it should be as specific as possible. If you can come up with a specific objective, then write it. If after writing you feel this is generic, just skip this section. All right, skills, HTML, CSS, a bunch of things, which is cool, familiar, Postman, GitHub, Jira. All right. Achievements have been rewarded 2 times from the team. Which team?
My Accenture team.
All right. So
I work.
So let's write from my team at Accenture. So think of that. I can pick any section randomly and it should make sense to me. So don't assume that anyone will, so people are making notes, don't assume that someone will read your entire resume. Let's say if they pick only one section, read that. Is the information there? Does it stand independently? So that is something you can use. So have you just rename it to have been rewarded 2 times from Accenture team for dedication and hard work. Hacker and JavaScript basic certification. All right. You have your college name, BTech and ID, July, Kanpur, percentage 70. All right, cool. So in terms of percentage, what I would say is, like this is a session that we give out in terms of percentages. If it is less than 80, then just skip it. You can just skip it because it is not adding a value. So what am I doing when I'm seeing your resume is I'm just sort of making a decision whether to call you for an interview or not, right? And again, as with some of the other showcases that in the sessions, in the earlier session we talked about, you want to put your best foot forward. It does not mean that you have to tell everything. Tell number of things don't matter, but whatever you say, does it help make the decision go forward? I would say 70% does not do that. If it was 80 or above, then you put it, then it makes sense. This is, for example, you have BTech in information technology, which is like a relevant field. So mentioning that makes sense. But let's say if someone has something in an entirely different field, and you put this section at the very top, then that does not make sense. So at the bottom is fine. All right, let's go up, right side. We have Cryo Fellowship, Full Stack Web Development. Xflix is a video sharing platform that will host videos for the world to watch. It will also feature uploading new videos. Use this. All right, this is good. what okay, so we have a lot of projects here. So instantly what's happening is my attention is being taken by like a lot of projects simultaneously, and now I'm just deciding which one to go forward with. And there's some blockers for me. Like this, for example, your portfolio thing is um, in the middle. I'm not sure. Typically, portfolio websites are like simple compared to your full stack
Yeah,
apps.
I will remove this with one of my project. I'll do.
All right, and then yeah, there's a lot of text. I'm just thinking if you can bold some words, that will help me to quickly skim this. So the thing is, so there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, like 15 full lines, right? Um, it is a bit unreasonable to expect that someone will read these 15 lines. If you can bold some words, which you definitely want me to read. This is, for example, I'll say that let's say queue cart me you would want routing to show. Um, Debouncing is something that you can just bold. So even if I don't read the entire section, whatever you bold is something definitely that will catch my attention, and I'll just get a quick idea of okay, there are some things that you have implemented here, and these are the ones that you want to highlight. Design the front end. Export is a cry over this little feature, the latest news from Flipboard. What is Flipboard?
Here.
Xboard may the first line it says from Flipboard.
It is accordion. In accordion, it is like slider. So that is like flipboard.
What is it? Is it a different website? Is it a different
No,
API?
no, no. Xboard is like Xboard is my project.
What is Flipboard?
Flipboard. I'm not sure.
You have read the first sentence of Xboard.
Yeah. Means flipboard is like that accordion mix. They accordion and slider. They call it flipboard, I guess.
Is it a website? Is it
No, no, no. It's not website.
I'm still not sure. Do you know what Flipboard is?
No, I.
Well, this is something you have written, right?
Yes. I copy pasted it from the requirement
Yeah, man.
where
Not good.
I'll remove it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll just say the one thing which I've been telling about trust, which is as soon as you get stuck in something that you don't know, it puts a doubt on every single word on your resume. I'll tell you, it even puts a doubt on whether that percentage is 70 or not. Like it could be 60, it could be 50, I don't know. Like before that, whatever you write, I'll trust it. Once someone finds something which you don't know, like basically trust is like glass. Once you have broken, it is very hard to get back. And now I'm just sort of just thinking like if the entire thing is a copy paste or not. And in an interview perspective, if I'm not saying that the interviewer would go till fourth project or not, but if they go to the fourth project, if they go to this flipboard, and if you say I don't know, interview ends then and there. They'll not even go forward, because next doubt will come. Hey, maybe you copied the project as well. Maybe you didn't make the project also. I know you have made it. Okay, it's not about me, right? Well, we have been working together for like some time now, so I know. But I'm reviewing it from a someone who's seeing it for the first time.
Right.
So don't do this thing. Whatever word whatever phrases you're writing, make sure that you know the ins and outs of it. Use HTML this. It consists of news articles grouped under various topics. Dynamic travel website that can publicly shared. Invocation of REST API. All right. DOM, local storage. So when you say local storage to improve user experience, like this is a like, can you give through detail, like what is the user experience that you improved?
Yeah, basically, the username and password is like means details of the user who is like means like registering for the any trip, any adventure trip. So his details are stored in the like local storage.
Okay, so you can just mention it in this line itself. कि मतलब improve, achieve this, something like improve user experience is a very big blanket. So yeah, just be specific. How it helps is, I think in one of the previous sessions I talked about keep being specific gives confidence in your proof of work. So if you say that I use this to improve UX in this way, it is more believable than you saying I improved user experience. So be as specific as possible. ठीक है. Experience, grew myself in front end using the latest tech stack, enhanced my skills with hands-on experience. Accenture supported retail brand client for their this, manage the warehouse activities. Okay. Through SAP EWM, which helps managing. Okay. So good thing to note here is you have to write things in a way that someone, you have to write without jargon. Basically, you have to write like SAP. I'm not sure if the other person would know it. EWM. What is EWM? And how it affects is, like, I have like zero context on what does this mean. Like you say ki Accenture mein you managed this, but like what? Like give me an example of like what? Give me an example of something you did here.
Means like in warehouse activities like inbound, outbound returns. And so I was responsible to handle the returns part.
ठीक है. So now you have gotten somewhere. You're responsible to handle the returns. ठीक है.
Yeah.
So when you say I manage warehouse activities, this is very generic. When you say I was responsible for managing returns, this is more believable. Let's go one step deeper. When you say responsible for managing returns, like what did you make some application? Did you write some scripts? Did you
No, basically SAP EWM is like functional, means like a tool where you can like manage the functionality of the warehouse, operations of the warehouse.
okay. ठीक है. Can you add some numbers here, like how many returns did you process?
No, it is like uncount, means like it is in very much number. So like returns comes, we handle like it comes into the warehouse. The warehouse user at the client location handles it. If there is like any returns, returns is missing, or like some other third party applications have not received like the if the confirmation if the returns has come into the warehouse or not, or there are like
I lost
other
you.
operations.
So answer this question. What is the most complex thing you have done there?
Most complex things like testing part. Means like if some functionality comes to from a requirement comes to the so we like I like get the whole idea away from the client and deliver it to the developer. So developer develops that part and gives it to me for functional testing.
Got it. Now this is this testing manual or automated?
Manual means like manual.
Got it. Is there Can you like describe it more? Are there like some number of tests that you do manually?
Yeah, total number of Jiras that I have handled is like 150 Jiras.
ठीक है.
150, yeah.
We have a number here now.
Yeah.
So we should write something like, instead of the second point, so manage the warehouse activities. Like ये बहुत ही generic है. Then through this which helps managing various warehouse activities. You just repeat the first phrase again. ठीक है, just remove this point. इसकी जगह let's write something like, I was responsible for handling returns and have processed or closed 150 plus Jira issues, something like this.
Okay.
150 plus ko you do bold. So
Okay.
that's because you want to gain attention. So anywhere you use numbers, it instantly gives you credibility, and it gives me a talking point as well. Ki, okay, they have done something. Versus when you say manage the warehouse activities, it is very open-ended. I don't know. Same thing when you say supported retail brand client for different locations. Like kitne location the ye?
There were 4 locations which
Right.
I was handling.
Instead of different locations, right? For 4 locations.
Okay.
The more specific, just drop the quantifier adjectives like different, various, many, few, drop all of them, because the reason is many can be used for 220, 200, 2000, 20,000, right? Like many does not give me anything. Different, it does not give me anything. When you tell me 4 locations, okay, I know, okay, this is something you have done. If you say me 40 locations, I'm like, wow, okay, this is crazy. When you say different locations, I don't know, it could be 2 as well, right?
Okay.
When you say managed activities, right? I don't know, is it 1 activity, is it 2 activity? Okay, you have said activities, 2 hoga, but yeah. So add numbers wherever possible. ठीक है, I think looks overall, I think we discussed things. We'll see more pointers from other resumes as well, and we'll do a quick summary at the end.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see others.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Hey.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Just remove the left part. So zoom in. All right. Yeah, zoom in. Zoom in. Just do 150. Perfect. So first thing that comes in my mind is like this feels a very bare bones from a design perspective. Let's use some format. It's not like ki, that is necessary, but yeah, visually this does not look like it could be made better. So let's just
Okay, sure.
try putting it in format online. Let's see how that comes out. Atul Shakil, web developer. Yeah, I don't like the spacing between web and developer. If it can be decreased, that would be better. Telephone, I don't like this icon. This feels like a landline icon. This is a mobile number. So yeah. So why am like you saying something?
No, I was not.
Okay. So why I'm saying this is because you might feel that these are like easy fixes, but the thing is that whatever you are putting out in your resume, this shows that you are okay with these things, and it does not, it will not be like a make or break. It's like these will not be deal breaker, but in case your candidature is sort of like on the fence, then these things can nudge towards the good side. So replace this with mobile icon. Email is this. LinkedIn, is this your username?
Yes, it's my LinkedIn handle. Yeah.
Just click on it. This is not your LinkedIn ID. Your LinkedIn ID is Athar Shakil A8544588.
Yeah, so it's hyperlinked.
So then there's no point of, see, when you have put your mobile number, this is, you're giving information, this is my number. In your email, you're giving information, this is my email ID. In LinkedIn wala field, if you're not giving me LinkedIn ka username, then this name to mujhe pata hi na, name to I already know from your top name, your name I already know from your file name of this resume. I already know because it is the first thing that you have written at the top. There's no point, like, so then I can put Athar Shakil on all 4 fields and I can just say sabko hyperlink bana do, right?
Right.
So
So
this,
I'm sorry to interrupt. So I need to just add this link directly.
you can just add username. You can just do, you don't need like full URL. You can just mention Athar-Shakil-18458.
Okay.
I think you can also like claim a username here. See in the settings later after
Yes,
this.
we can change the username here.
Yeah, just change it. Matlab,
Okay.
you'll get it. Some you'll get.
Yeah.
Don't need it bada, and put that username here. Just try to understand key this Athar Shakil. If this is your handle, then it's fine. But right now, this feels like not well thought out. Just for example, portfolio may have put the entire link, which is super awesome. So I know that it's a portfolio. How I know it? Because the URL says it's portfolio, and the icon is also on point. So this is cool. Tech stack, React, JavaScript, TypeScript, Redux, Jest. Are you okay with answering questions on Jest?
I mean, I've just done the bare bones.
No, so
Like I've added.
no bare bones need to be written here. Think of key if the interviewer only picks one topic from here and asks all questions in the interview on that topic, are you comfortable with that? If you're
No.
comfortable, just remove that. There are no brownie
Okay.
points for putting 20 items here. If you just pick 5 items here, just write HTML5, CSS3, Bootstrap, React, TypeScript, whatever you know, just write those things. That is more than enough.
Okay.
Again, like I talked in the last one as well, you write just let's say they ask you a medium question, you don't know, then it gives a doubt on maybe you don't know Redux as well, maybe you don't know Bootstrap as well, right? So whatever you write, I think this is something you should note, everyone should note, like go for quality, not quantity. Even if your resume is like half page long, that's fine. There are no extra points for making like long resumes, but whatever is there, you should be okay that your interviewer picks a subset of what you have written, and you should be okay with that. If you're not okay that interviewer picks up Jest, don't write that. So just redo tech stack based on that. Go down, go to education. New Gcamp Bangalore is a project-oriented bootcamp which focuses on and teaches full stack web development. I learned various technologies. Okay. Digital marketing. During the duration of this course, I learned various aspects. All right. So you're applying for a web developer resume, right? Position.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can skip it because you have a bootcamp here already. If you don't have anything, then that's fine. We can think of putting it, but having two will only lead to confusion. So think of it this way, that the interview picks, okay, why did you pick up digital marketing? What did you learn there? What did you not learn there? And since this is an old thing as well, I'm not sure how much things would you remember from here. So yeah, if I will just sort of skip this. Okay, I see that.
Just one input. I added this because my past experience revolves around this. So should I still remove it?
Think of it this way. Do you want questions on this?
I mean, I don't mind. I can answer.
Okay, then that's fine. One thing I also see is that it goes to 2 pages. We have something the next page as well. Yeah, so make it like a 1 page here.
Okay, okay.
Play around with the format of how you can compress the same information in 1 page. Go down. Additional skills, content writing, blogging. So there's a spelling mistake in blogging.
Okay.
Copywriting, SEO, SMM, content marketing, email marketing. So additional skills, like all these skills are marketing related.
Yeah.
Do you want to pitch for a marketing role? Like I'm also.
No.
So if you tell me your additional skills are, I don't know, maybe Figma or I don't know, let's say Selenium or something which is related to tech, as in like development, then that makes sense. So like right now, I'm not sure whether you really want to develop a job or are you also using this resume and applying to market.
Right.
This is how it comes off as. I'm not saying this is what I intended, but this is how it comes off as. Like whenever you're asked something more, you're showing marketing skills. So I just say you can skip this section, go down, fluent verbal communicator. Okay. Exceptional listener. Okay, man. I'm very. I feel like these are like blanket words. Like, is there something which can back this up? So when you say strong work ethic, can you like back this up?
I mean, after I join the job, I can, but right now I have nothing to show for it.
So think of it this way. Again, anyone else in the room can claim this, right?
Yeah.
Analytical flair, problem solver. It's better if you have something to back it up. Let's say, I don't know, maybe you acted as a therapist to someone or whatever. Like there's something जिसके बलबूते पे you can say that this is why you're claiming to be this person.
Right.
Let's say you say like hard work, right? Hard work. I organize stuff well. These are pretty much blanket statements. Like unless you can back it up, I would just remove this section as well. Okay, go up.
For the first page or the
First.
top of the second?
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. All right. So Entrepreneur Connect, social media app built using user authentication, sign up, user feed with sort, editable user profile, infinite score. I love this. This is how your project description should be. You are telling what all complexities I can handle. This is like super. This is something, there is no words wasted. Like user authentication, I can sign in, I can sign up, I can log out. User feed, I instantly know what user feed is because I've used Twitter, Facebook, or could like I know what user feed is with sort functionality. Amazing. Editable user profile with the option of uploading images, infinite scroll. Love it, man. I think this is one of the best project descriptions I've seen. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you've mentioned the tech stack as well, which is super cool. Let's use decide the category. So now here what I would say is at one level you have social media app, at one level you have quiz app. If I'm just scanning your resume and if I just pick your quiz app, would you be okay with that?
Not really, because the social media app is my flagship project.
What we should do is remove quiz app from here because number of projects does not matter here. what we want to showcase is, we want to showcase this is the kind of complexity that we can handle. If we have
Okay. Okay.
projects with similar complexity, we can list them all. But if you have it very clear in your mind that this is the hierarchy, then whatever projects are on the lower end, we can skip based on the space in the resume, because you have to also fit in your prior experience, right, from your second page. So
Yeah.
I think we can skip quiz. Focus browser extension, I think like this is also pretty simple. We can,
Yeah.
e-commerce, I think we can keep, again, depends on depending on what your spacing is. All right, go down, component library. Okay, one thing that I really like is you have mentioned a number which is 10 plus components, which gives me, if you just say if you say contains a lot of components, then a lot, so matlab 2 is also a lot. When you say 10, I know you have at least built 10 components. Actually, you've named it as well. Perfect. Cool. Up to you, naming or not, but 10 plus is also cool.
Okay.
Blogs, advanced JS concepts, a tryst. Okay. Tryst is something which I'm not sure how many people would the other person reading this would know or not. Try using simpler words.
Okay.
Advanced JS concepts. Um, keyword this top 5 ES6 features in sync. Is there something more that you can show here? Is there, I can just open this blog, first blog. Go down, go down. It's a 5-minute read. All right. ठीक है, go down, go down, go down, go down. We just go at the end. I think you've written a lot, which is nice. Go up, go down. Conclusion. Is there some like stats we can get of this post? Is there a way to do that?
Stats as in number of viewers, number of likes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think this has even one view.
Got it. ठीक है. I like the content, so we can keep it in the resume. We can put it. Maybe we can put it in the soft skill section, which is I write technical content, and like
Okay.
here are some blogs as a so there's a proof, it's a backing, it's a soft skill, like writing is a soft skill, communicating things, especially the remote world, this is a pretty good thing to have. So mention this, just play around with the format, think of where can we put this. Yeah, I think we can put this blog, go back.
Okay.
You just need to see what all things to pick. Go down. Go down.
Next page. Okay.
Yeah. Content marketing executive, led a team of 3. This is good because it is very clear. Like I'll not read anything after you've led a team of 3. Like I know, like this is like get to the point. It is not it is not buried later. It is how you start, which is cool. Delegated tasks to successfully deploy this within a strict tagline. Like strict is a very subjective word. Like give me an
It
estimate.
was a fortnight, 15 days.
So let's just say within a strict deadline of 15 days. ऐसा कुछ.
Okay.
Recommend changes. This. Recommend changes. Like can you like guess or like estimate like a rough number of changes? Was it
Like it used to happen on a weekly basis. Like this was part of my KRA.
But like over a period of time, like would you say you recommended 2 changes, 5 changes, 10 changes? You
I think
don't.
around. Okay. Got it.
No, tell me a number.
I think around 25 to 30.
ठीक है. So just think of when you say recommend changes versus when you say recommended 25 changes. 25 plus changes. That
Right.
sort of gives me more confidence. Track the report and analyze website analytics. Okay, to improve traffic. So can you like give me a number on, did you improve traffic by 2%, 5%, 10%?
Right. So I actually joined this company when the website was just launched, and so let's say when I joined there, it was 0 visitors per day, and when I left, it was around 1,000, 2,000 visitors every day. So do I add that?
I'm not sure if you can um like, can you attribute that to the things that you did? So basically, whatever you say, if they go deeper into it, like, will you
Right.
hold whatever you are saying, or will there be a loophole there?
Yeah, I can. So the way I did this was through implementing SEO strategies. So if they dig into it, I can
I have
answer. Yeah.
confidence. All right, let's write that. Optimized copy and landing pages, created content. All right, go down. Um, oh man, is there anything different here compared to
No,
pre?
no, no.
Let's
There's
skip
not.
one of them. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So you want to just use 2 3 bullet points to mention the main things here, and pick a template format. Just see कि एक page में what all content you can fit. Um, pick a couple of points from experience, couple of projects, and then yeah, you'll see what things you can put.
Okay. Uh, and let's say if I remove this experience, but still I need to convey that I have 3 years of work experience. So how do I do that?
You can mention that in your starting, like one line in the starting, which is um, like a quick
Here.
summary
Okay.
of your introduction, a 3 year experienced marketer,
Okay.
web developer. So instead of web developer, you can just say a 3 year experienced marketer turned web developer. So that conveys that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right, Siddharth. Yes. Let's do 150.
But yeah, I have one question.
Hmm.
Like I have participated in one of the front end challenge. So can I mention it that in achievement part? Ki I have got a score of 88 out of 100 in that front end challenge, and I have that project to showcase also.
So 88 of 100 is hmm, it's a very subjective thing. Like if you say percentile, then that is something more concrete.
Like there are batches also provided. Like they provide around 15 batch total. Also, I have earned like 11 batches.
Right. So how rare is that? Like, did everyone get 11 badges? Did only 1% of people got 11
No,
badges?
there means like this was for everyone. So like someone got 95 percentile, someone got 75. So it is like different. So
What was
for every for different percentile, they have different batches, I mean, different number of
what was
batches.
your percentile?
Sorry,
What was your percentile?
my 88.
You said 80 out of 100. That is percentage.
Sorry, 88 percentage. So that they have given percentage.
Thing with percentages, ki it does not tell you how easy or how hard it was. It could be the case ki, let's say, okay, just think of two examples wherein ठीक है, you got 80 out of 100, but let's say the average score was 85 versus the average score was 45. These are two different things, right?
Yeah.
So just 88 of 100 does not tell me anything. It tells me you are idiot, but it does not like make your case. If you tell me that your percentile, which is, let's say if there are 100 people, you were 10th or you were 30th, whatever, that tells me like more than 80 out of 100.
Okay. Okay. So should I not mention that? I'll not mention that.
I'll
I
say
should leave it.
if you can find percentile data, and if you can mention that you were somewhere in this position with this number of participants, then that is a better way to put it.
Okay.
All right, Siddharth, web developer, front end number, email, Mumbai, portfolio, GitHub. So GitHub, I would say like the icon already tells me GitHub. So you can maybe add a username here, LinkedIn, Twitter, Hashnode, thorough with these things, familiar with all right. So like if someone asks you OS ka question, would you be okay with it, Siddharth?
Yes, I've covered it in my engineering.
Cool, cool. Yeah. So since you have mentioned familiar with, so like at least one question you should be able to answer. And if there's more question, you can always say, hey, I'm not thorough, I'm just familiar. But yeah, basics you should be able to answer for these. E-commerce app, project links, source code, technologies, a bunch of technologies, which is nice. User authentication, homepage, product listing. ठीक है, I think this is cool. All right. So how I'm reading this is, I'll just tell you how I'm going is, I'm just following whatever is bolded. Okay. And what you have bolded is you have bolded headings. So what I'm reading is thorough with, familiar with, e-commerce app, technologies, features, social media app, technologies, features, video library app, technology features. What I would recommend doing is like change it to like bold where you want to take my attention to. Let's say if you want me to focus on that, tailwind, then do bold on tailwind. If you want me to focus on, DVMS, then bold DVMS. If you want me to focus that you did a apply coupon feature, then bold that. Don't bold headings, because headings per k I'm not getting anything. So yeah, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Web development bootcamp, this thing, Bachelor of Engineering, this thing, personal responsibility, technical secretary, school treasurer. All right. Cool. I think this looks good. What else can you add? Yeah, I think this looks cool. Only you have a bunch of things covered, and you're showing, you know the concepts. Yeah, I think this is cool. Sayed?
Thank you.
Is this visible?
Yes. Zoom 150%. Go up. Okay. Is this some template?
I picked a bunch of designs and made it in
Okay.
Word.
All right. The circle looks nice. It focuses on your name and creativeness, though it's a nice thing. This mobile field sort of stands out with respect to the other four. and this feels that it just feels that you have not put enough thought into designing this, and that's the bad part about self-designing a template, which is you have to think about everything. And right now, yeah, this just looks bad. So let's improve this one. Like the underline is like very close to the bottom spaces, bottom letters. Yeah, it just feels not good. Then my next attention goes to your skills because they are highlighted. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Firebase, Material UI, all right. Experience, front-end developer, remote, tech stack. I love that you've bolded things because that is how I'm reading. I'm just reading 30,000 users. Great. Piloted E2E build. Great. 80% more accessible. Done. Yeah, this is what I've read. And I know I can read more of this, but I think this is done. This experience section is like done. You don't need anything else. This is what a good experience section looks like. Achievements, ideathon, hackathon, second place for a web app called Student Commune. So I just want to like comment on how well this is written, which is all the main information is towards the start. Second place, done. If I want to read more, I can read, but second place, I know what you're telling me. Web app called Student Commune, a social network app for students to showcase their talents. All right. Is there a link to this as well? You're on mute.
I haven't hosted it right now. It's on localhost. So
Is code link?
all right, I'll include it.
That just shows key proof of work. I'm not saying Student Commune is in my head. Here is the source code, right? Go down. Projects, again, folks, just see the bolding that has been done. Goal authentication, send, delete, create, debounce, display latest movies, search, REST API, record and track, Firebase authentication. That is how anyone reads it. And it just gives me a good idea of key these all the features you can build. And yeah, well written. There's a spelling mistake in source code, which is pretty bad. So pura negative ho gaya isme tumhara. But yeah, you have camp experience and BTech. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I don't like the underline one. This layout. I know you have done it yourself, but just pick this information, put it in a template website resume, and see difference.
Okay.
Yeah. Content, from a content perspective, this is good to go.
Oh.
All right. Abhik. Is it visible? Yes. First thing, let's do some template. This does not look.
मैं चेक करता हूँ आपका MP3 आप एक बार स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हो आप
What is happening? Okay. Yes. Abhik, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying let's use a template for this. This does not look good. I'll tell you why it does not look good. So the words LinkedIn and your handle are not like, what do you call the line where you write words, right? They're not like aligned. Like the handle needs to be a few pixels above. So yeah, this does not look good. Let's use some template. Education. All right. e-commerce app, full stack React, this thing, built using Firebase, provides services like user authentication, wishlist listing products. All right. Social media, go down. React Native news app. All right. How's the native news apps demo? Is it a video?
Sorry.
React Native news app. What is the demo link? Is it a video?
No, so actually we need to scan the code
ठीक है.
for the Expo app.
Understood. Social media chat app, go down. And there are features, user authentication, user can chat in private. So you can maybe just bold private, can group, as well as can create group and have chat with random people. How do you chat with random people?
I mean, anyone logging into the app, we can chat with them.
Like, is there a random matching key? I say, hey, just surprise me, match me with anyone, or do I select?
No, we just select the user through the list, not
Correct.
any random matching. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like have chat with any other person on that platform. What random means is ki I say, hey, pair me with someone, and then the platform itself matches you randomly.
Okay.
All right. Solve 100 plus problems on lead code. All right. All right. Languages, Java, Go. Like, are you okay answering questions in Go?
I mean, I know basics, not much.
Well, this is not an answer, right? Like, if a basic question is asked, like, are you okay answering it?
Yes, I can answer basic questions.
When was the last time you coded in Go?
1 year back.
Okay, I think you should be able to answer. Data structures, algorithms, oops with Java. Okay. Okay, as long as you're okay with whatever is written, I think, yeah, this is cool. Looks good. Pranay, let's see yours.
Hello, actually, I'm not able to share screen. It's giving error.
All right. For us, let's see yours. Pranay, meanwhile, maybe you can join, like leave and join back. Let's see if that fixes it. You can try joining from mobile as well.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes. Remove the right panel. Just click on the arrow. Zoom out. All right. Full stack developer, skilled in React, Next, JavaScript, CSS, Node, Express, passionate to apply proven skills to enhance user experience. Email, phone number. All right, let's go down. Courses. This course you can put in like 1 line. You don't need to like use 3 lines for this.
That was there in the template itself. I used the template.
Okay. So not a good reason, but yeah, I understand the reason, but yeah, that reason is not valid. React, full stack development, JavaScript, CSS, Firebase. You have written these things above, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was thinking about it that it is becoming redundant. But
Yeah, it's redundant. So pick it, do it one.
there are extra stuff here, so like I can remove it from the about section. Right.
All right.
Leave it here.
Okay.
One thing to ask, Swapnil, like I have mentioned it as full stack web developer since like I know basics of Express and Node.js and Firebase is a database, so I can use this term, right? Full stack.
So you have coded some backend APIs, right?
Yeah, but not very intense ones. I have like basic ones in the project itself. Like I have used Firebase functions to code in Node and Express.
Okay, I think we can put it. All right. One thing is, let's remove, this is like 10th and 12th, right? John High School, Sunshine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's just remove 10th and 12th from your resumes. Does not matter much now. Post projects, refer website above. Okay. Amazon Web App, React.js clone. There's a GitHub, there's a live URL, a fully functional React.js e-commerce app with all the features, including payment collection via Stripe. Okay. App has multiple routes, product listing pay. Oh, this is like too much, man. I'm not going to read this. This is like
Yeah,
thoda sa bold something so that again payment collection via Stripe is repeating.
yeah, I saw the author's description. I'm planning to use it. Like,
All right. Okay, this the right side of your um, resume is very text heavy. It's very dense. मतलब देख के I'm feeling okay. What is this? I know content है, but see if you can sort of make it easy to read. This is like a lot of text. Left side we have project engineer. Go down. Contributed in changing code base of customer service management application of the client to React.js. Contributed, like, can you quantify this in some way? How many pull requests did you raise, or lines of
like actually, as I said, that it was a kind of gig because I worked on only for 2 months in that project, and like now I am working in cloud project as a cloud admin. It is infrastructure as an admin sort of project. So that's why I asked you that should I put that in my resume since I am applying for as a front end role. So like I didn't because it was a small project, so I think there were not I think 25 to 30 pull requests as far as I could remember, because after that the access was revoked, our GitHub repo access.
You're saying 25 pull requests, right?
Yeah.
So even if it's 5, that's pretty cool. What it tells is, how pull request would be on like either Git or SVN, right? मतलब,
Yeah.
was Git.
Git, it was
So it tells me that you have used Git, the workflow, right? So you mentioned merged, you have raised, contributed 25 PRs in changing code base. That gives me a better perspective and confidence than contributed. Like contributed is like a very vague word, right?
Yeah.
It could be ki I changed one word. Contributed could be I changed 1,000 files, right? So if you help me contextualize that, that is always better. Worked on ticket creation portal. Like, is this like, were you single-handedly working on this, or was there a team?
Yeah, like it was a team of 5 front-end developers, and like I was given this ticket creation portal section to work upon.
Ticket creation was yours, right?
Yeah.
So let's say worked on ticket creation portal single-handedly. What that shows is you can manage stuff independently. And if it was the other way around, which is if you had worked in a team, then you just say worked on this thing with X others, or like, in a team of 4. That sort of shows that you can collaborate in a team, right? So the more specific you are, it is better for the other person to gain something out of that. All right. Created the ticket raising section using something. Implementation improve the application performance and load time by 25%. I think this is pretty well written. Just bold 25% so that stands out. And yeah, this is pretty cool.
And this is a languages section.
Languages, full, limited, professional. Full professional. What is professional versus full professional?
I think like there was this options like why I was using this template like
I don't care about options the ya nahi the, right? I need an answer from you. What is the difference between professional and full professional? Do you have an answer or not?
like professionally, like I have worked in React.js using JavaScript professionally, so like that distincts it from these two, because these I have learned elementarily, not worked on using these languages.
But you have mentioned professional in C++, right?
Yeah, that is actually my bad. It was my bad. I have to rectify it.
Okay, so your goal should be like to remove my bads from anything that you are putting it out after given enough time, right? Well, it's not key. It's an assignment which you have to do in 1 hour, 2 hours, right? This is something that you're supposed to work on, make it perfect. So either whatever we write, we should be able to defend it. Like this, let's not start answering with key. This was from a template. Someone else used it. I copied it. Things like that, right? Because that doesn't matter. What matters is it is there in your resume, right? Think of your resume as I'll give you a mental model to think about. ठीक है, let me stop sharing. Okay. कहाँ गया ये? Think of your resume as let's say like a billboard or like a board outside your house, right? And someone is walking in the street and your board, whatever you're writing, you could say that, hey, I had given to this agency, yeah, to this person to print it, and this, that is why I got this color, or that is why the ye spelling mistake ho gaya. You can justify it however you want, but the fact is that you have hung that board outside your house, right? The fact here is that you are presenting this as your PDF, your resume, right? Like it is not key we are opening, we are asking someone else for giving your introduction or your resume, right? This is something you are presenting. You are presenting your screen. You are sharing your resume as an attachment. So whatever you have written, whatever you are choosing to show, it is something which, say, like was it you who said that like the branch was coming in 3 lines because of the template?
Yeah, so
Yeah. So what that tells me is you are okay with that. If you were not okay, maybe you could have abbreviated the branch name, something like Triple E or ECE. If you wanted to make it in 1 line, right? So there are always ways to work around something, but the thing is, it tells whether you want to make it work that way or not. So yeah, just make sure that whatever you are writing, you can defend that.
sure, I'll keep that in mind.
Good thing is this is like a one-time thing. And the last thing that we work on from a content perspective, like this is the last thing that we're going to do. And yeah, Aryan.
Hi, Swapnil. Hi, everyone. Is it visible?
Yes. Remove left part, do 150%.
I think ये remove नहीं होगा. हो गया. Okay.
Do 150.
Oh, 150.
All right. Aryan, front-end engineer. Yeah, email, LinkedIn, phone number, GitHub, perfect. Looking for a role in an organization to utilize my technical skill for growth of organization as well as enhance my knowledge about new. This is like a pretty generic thing. I can put it for anyone in this group. I can just replace Aryan with Harshna, Prakash, Namrata, Pranay. It will hold true, right?
Yeah.
So either we make it specific or we remove it. Professional experience, member of technical staff, responsible. Let's use bullets wherever we have a lot of text, because it gives, like if there's a long text, it's better to present as bullets, because again we have like short span.
Yeah.
Span. If you want, you can use columns as well, because bullets will not be able to like write a lot of words in one line. So maybe you can give a shot at a 2-column resume to see how that looks. You don't need to have equal columns. You can have like one main column where you have like your professional experience, and then one smaller column where like skills can go into that smaller column.
Yeah, I have another one also. Same resume with 2 columns.
Which one do you want me to review?
Okay, but वो open नहीं है, अभी ढूंढना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है. Responsible for developing user-facing features with interactive and responsive UI. Design application based on UX UI designs with proficiency. This is like a very
Like a pixel perfect thing.
hard to judge it from a reader perspective. I know since you have worked, you know ki you are proficient, fine. But from a reader perspective, it's hard to judge like what does proficiency mean here. Pixel perfect, does it mean like were you 100% pixel perfect? Were you 99% pixel perfect?
95.
What's the difference between 95% pixel perfect and 98%? Like very, very subjective things.
Because there is a some spacing issue or with sometime with the width or text issue. So that time there is some bug in UI.
Right.
So,
So whatever you're saying in the last 15 seconds does not help your case, right? So when you say ki spacing issue, whatever, like how do I put it? If you hadn't said it versus you said it, like you were not closer to an interview when you said this.
okay.
So building usable components. Okay. So like how many usable components did you make?
Like I the OTP component as a reusable, then there is a
How many?
open component. How many? I think
Rough
there is
number.
a
You don't need to 20, right?
22. Yeah.
So when you say building components, it could be you could have built 2 components, but you have built 20. So say new bullet point may say built 20 reusable components for
Okay.
future use. That gives me more confidence. And then as soon as I read this, if I'm interviewing you, my follow-up question could be, hey, what were the most complex components, right? Tell me about one of the components, things like that. So the more specific you are in your pointers, the more questions you will get on your resume itself. And one more mental model to have in mind to note is whenever you're answering things based on your own experience, your own resume, those are the times that you are leading the conversation. Of course, the other person is asking, but in some sense, when you say, hey, I have built 20 reusable components, whatever question the other person asks, you are already, the ball is in your court. It's very hard to mess that up because you have done it, right? If you're making stuff up, then let's not talk about it. But if as long as you have done that thing, there's literally no way you can go wrong because whatever they ask, you have an answer to. And when they run out of those questions, that is when they go into some other interview questions. And those could go either way, but whatever, the more questions, the more things you talk about yourself, the more like you're in the driver's seat basically. So try to write as specific as you can. And the thing is, you can be specific because you have done these things. It's just that you have to just think about, is there a follow-up question based on whatever bullet point you're writing? If not, then you can just skip that bullet point altogether. There's no point in writing 10 bullet points. It's better to write like maybe just 2 or 3, but like you should have an understanding of, if I write this bullet point, these are 1, 2, 3 follow-up questions that might come. And if I know how to answer them. So this is how you should think about bullet points.
Yeah.
Responsible for developing user-facing features, adapting and updating existing applications worked on your website. Again, very, very hard to quantify. So when you say adapting, what does adapting mean?
Adapting means I first review the code, then I change in the existing applications. Like we have a loan application from TCL. So the code is already there, but first I review the code, then I am updating the changes in existing application.
So what was the problem that you solved by adapting?
They required a new feature, so I added that a new feature, like updating the age from 18 to 21, then the form field and the validation of the field, like we have Aadhaar, PAN, and other field
So
also.
updating existing application, I understand. What is adapting?
Adapting means I review that code, how the code is working and how they write.
You have to do, right? Matlab, like can you make changes in the code without understanding the code?
No.
मतलब ये तो वैसा होगा कि like I read it, I understand it, then I did something. तो वो तो that is a implicit thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if you say in this thing, right, कि build reusable components, उसकी जगह पहले you write कि learned HTML, CSS, tags, and made
Yeah.
reusable components. So
Yes.
like first is a subset of second, right? You have to do that. You have to do this. What I understood by adapting is maybe you updated the website to some other version, or
Yes.
not working with something and you added an adapter and made it work with something new.
Yeah, I can. I will update this.
ठीक है. All right. Skills. This. Go down. SCSS. You are comfortable answering questions from SCSS?
Yeah. I am working on SCSS
Go down.
in
Go
my
down.
company.
Projects. Yeah. Just make bullet points. Like this will not fly. Long paragraphs. Nobody reads. Online
Okay.
store. User can find product according to user choice. Login, register, add to wish list. All right. To-do list. Keep notes. All right. Certificates. Diploma. Yeah, I would just say we can just remove the certification section altogether. Does not help our case. And
Okay.
because we have projects, right? If we did not have projects, then certifications matter. But in our case, we have proof of work. Like certificate does not, unless the certification is from like a very, it provides you some brand name, then that's fine. But yeah, I think we can just skip the certification. PG, diploma, BTech. Cool. I think this is fine. One of one we can remove. And then this email number. Yeah, I think this rest looks good.
Can I remove email or email and me?
Up to you, my love. Yeah. Like I don't have very strong opinions on whether you want to keep it or not, but just one-on-one, just remove one-on-one. Because there's no point. Like if there are multiple pages, then one of two, one of three makes sense. One of one is like, yeah, you don't need that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Harshna, let's see yours.
Can you see the screen?
Yes. Zoom.
This is actually too big. I have to reduce it to one page.
All right. And we also have to use some template. Yeah. So you have email, you have mobile number, portfolio linked in GitHub. You have academic qualification. All right. 83 school, professional experience, go down. Article booklet designing using something, template design. Can you add some numbers here?
There are a lot of templates. Yeah, I can actually go and count. I have the website, so I can go and count it.
Yeah, don't need like exact count, but yeah, rough number also helps. Built a lighter, faster website. Like, can you quantify this? What do you mean by lighter? What do you mean by fast?
So, like earlier they were using like a normal thing. So it was a static website with lot of content, like a blogging website, like lot of journaling and documentation. So it was quite heavy and slow. So we
Define
used Element. Sorry,
define quite heavy.
quite heavy means it took like 2-3 seconds to load or 4 seconds to load. And what we did is we used Elementy, which makes like very
This is how, right? How is something you can explain later. Tell me the what before. Like
milliseconds.
milliseconds, right? So you say something like improved page load time from, let's say, 3 seconds to under 1 second by using isolated reusable components for whatever 11T nunchucks. So think of, if someone is interested in the what, then only they'll read the why. And a why without a what is like does not make a lot of sense, because I don't know why, like, what does this achieve? And I'll give an example. Let's say you say I did this, and 4 seconds say I did, let's say, 3.99 seconds, right? So now it is up to me whether I'm interested in that outcome or not. But to get there, I had to read through a lot of things. So let's put the outcome up front towards the start, and then like by or using some method. And yeah, it just gives the reader an option to, if they are interested, if they like it, then they can read further or they can go to the next step. All right, Flax documentation, custom, like how many custom plugins?
I made 3 plugins.
So just mention number, worked on this, worked on planner, okay. Technical skill set, go down. Bunch of things like, are you comfortable answering questions from here?
Yes.
Okay, go down.
It's like this.
What?
It's like this. Like after it goes here, it comes over here.
Okay. Okay. We want to like, let's do one page. Let's see. That will, you'll have to think. Guess okay. All right. Team leader, team of 5. I think this is very well written. This is very well. I don't need to read anything else. I know what you have done here. For the training and internship on this school personal projects, this front end. Okay. A lot of features. Yeah, go down. Okay. I think overall looks good. You have features, you have tech stack. Both of things are good. You just need to compress it in one page and just try out. First finalize the content, then put the content in maybe 1 or 2 templates and see how it looks, and you'll get there. Content wise, you're like looks good already.
Thank you.
All right, Prakash.
Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes, just give me a minute. All right. So we have phone number, email, website, LinkedIn, GitHub, CodePen. Like, what do you want to showcase in CodePen?
I have built some project. So that is there like live preview. When I was doing free code camp, I built that and like.
Cool. As long as you have thought about it, like what I'm just trying to do is I'm just trying to judge whether the field is just there without a thought, or you've thought about it. If you've thought about it, then it's good. Skills, front end, bunch of things, back end, a bunch of things. All right, projects go down. I don't like that there's a lot of things bolded, like skills, front end, back end, version, projects. Like if you just sort of see it, there's like a lot of bolded stuff, which is something I don't like. You should use bold very sparingly. Just use it to guide my attention. But yeah, right now there's a lot of bold. Create like comment on post. Tech stack, just I think there's a spelling mistake in tech stack. Update that. Code hai, preview hai. Yeah, go down. All right, go down. Mathematics, school, full stack of development, the school experience. So I would say put experience below, not below, but above your boot camp, your education, because in some sense your experience is proof of work. So either you should start with projects, that is proof of work, or if you have experience, relevant experience, of course, like not like marketing experience hai, to then just start with your projects only, then put your marketing experience. But if you have relevant experience, then start with your experience and then your projects. In this case, I think you can go projects, then experience, and then your boot camp, then education, just in the order of.
Yeah, I like it was not very major. That's why I put at the bottom, because like I didn't code there like so.
That's fine. What experience tells is, so projects, all projects are toy projects, right? There's no one using them. You have done them independently. Experience is something you have done with others. It shows that they would have anyone, right? Not just a particular place, but everyone would have their evaluation criterias. You cleared those. You worked with them as well. So you have some exposure to the industry. You have some exposure with people. So yeah, that always counts, irrespective of it's a tech experience or a non-tech experience. If you've worked with people, yeah, that's a big plus.
And is it okay to put a like part-time thing in experience?
Sure. It sort of boils down to like if you have full time or not. If you have full time, then I would say just skip all the part-time things.
Yeah.
If you're not part-time, then if you say A versus B, right? If you say
Yeah.
either I write part-time or I don't write anything, then I'll say write part-time.
Yeah. I didn't have anything else to so that's why.
Volunteer experience, cool. I think this looks good. If you can like thoda expand on volunteer experience, like this just says ki you were there, you did it for 2.5 no,
Yeah.
21 3.5 years you did this.
Yes.
So I would expect ki like you have 2-3 bullet points here, like what did you do?
Yeah, so I did some project over there. So and yeah, so I will put
ठीक है.
and one more thing I want to ask, like, is it okay to bold the education and boot camp like main point experience, or should I just use normal text?
I would say let's use a template. This does not look good. Let's put this content in a template. Let's see how that looks.
Yeah, so I have used Google Doc template, but like I change a little bit.
Let's use a resume.
That's why.
Let's
Okay.
search for resume templates. Just open a couple of them. Good thing is ki they are designed for that particular use case versus so we saw a bunch of resumes right now, right, in this call, and just think of like which resumes attracted you the most from a visual perspective. Forget the content, but from visual perspective, which ones attracted you the most? Just follow that, your intuition.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, Namrata's.
Does not. Yeah, now you can share.
All right, let's go up. We have email, phone number, LinkedIn, Twitter, GitHub, portfolio website. Cool. A passionate and curious learner with good knowledge of web development. I think you know my comment here already. Everyone here is passionate. Everyone here is curious. Everyone has good knowledge of web development. So let's make it specific, like more specific, that let's say Pranay or Faraz, they cannot copy and paste yours. If they can copy and paste yours and it works for them, then it is not specific enough. Yeah, so let's try to write that. If we can write that, then that's fine. Education, remove 10th and 12th. No need now. Percentage 79 is like 80s. Okay, up to you if you want to keep it. Projects. So there's a lot of white space at the right side. Maybe you want to try a 2-column thing. Just see how that looks. Because you're using bullets, which is nice, but then bullets also mean that you'll not have long sentences, and this feels like a very left text heavy thing. Let's see if we can balance it out. Otherwise, points look good. Authentication, listing, toast, good SEO. What does good SEO mean?
So, good SEO, like I have taken care of the URLs that are there. The link is not provided by hash, or it's navigating to some link, so some sort of.
Can you speak? There's someone speaking in the background.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
So, good SEO, I mean, taking care of the URLs that I have provided, so they are not directing to some hash value. So, most often we provide hash as the link URL. So that one thing. And also taking care of alt attributes. So I have taken care of that. I've provided them.
So alt
And-
attributes is accessibility, right?
Yeah. So accessibility issues. So it takes care of it, and also so there are multiple links. So at this particular moment, I cannot remember. But they are.
So whatever you mentioned right now, right, that there are individual pages instead of hash. There are alt tags used for accessibility. Let's mention that, because good SEO is very open-ended. It is not
Yeah, and
specific enough.
and also semantic tags.
Yeah, let's just write these 3 filters. And if you want to bold one of them, you can bold as well. Tech stack, we have React, personal component library, router, context, Cloudberry, Mockbee. We have social media authentication. We have a bunch of features. Good SEO again. We need to change that. Let's remove bold from the headings, which is features, tech stack. So how, again, my attention is just going through bold things, which is social media, website, features, tech stack, GitHub, video library, features, tech stack, GitHub. Instead of that, you want to bold some content in your blocks of text, so I can see, acha, you have done, let's say, let me pick some feature. Let me see. Let's say you have done downvote comment. Okay, you have done safe fallback. I don't know what that means. Thoda sa expand on what safe
So safe fallbacks, say if you are navigating to some things that I haven't provided a route to, then it will take zero. And also, yeah, so and also when you are navigating to some single product listing page or single profile listing page, then on refreshing it, it would show you a blank page because that profile ID isn't saved anywhere. So it gets
Understood. Okay. Let's go down. This is cool. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. 10 plus responsive, including 7 plus functional. Yeah, I think this is well written. Tech stack skills. All right. Recent blogs, or just open one. Okay. Session token, nice. 4-minute read. All right. That's pretty nice. You have memes. Oh, you have images. Nice. All right. Pretty well written. Okay, is there a way to see stats of this? Just click on drop down at the bottom top right.
I'm not currently scientist.
Okay, let's sign in. Okay, let's go down. Let's go to the end of the blog.
There is a way. You have to click on the avatar. Click on the avatar above.
Top right.
On the nav. Yeah. Go to the my blog section.
My blog.
That which contains your hash node.
Yeah.
Click on it. Blog dashboard.
Blog.
On the left side, you will see analytics. Yeah. Come down. थोड़ा और नीचे. बाद. You can see over here. You have 820 views.
Go down. Go down. All right. So which one we will see?
This one is the let's discuss.
This one. And is the analytics like all time, or is it for a particular duration? Go up. Click on go up. Click on all time. Right, third option. 2 views. Click on 820. All right, go down. Okay, these are total. Okay, I think we can just write we can write 87 views. I think that is pretty cool.
So do you mean I need to mention the particular specific number?
You can. I'm saying you can mention bracket 87 views. It's cool. Yeah. Because the blog is like well written. It is not like a small blog. You've explained a lot of things. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Let's go back to the resume. Achievement, successful open source contributor. Okay. Can you mention like which projects did you contribute to?
So yeah, so I will have to provide the link to it. So
can you like name which one was it?
So I can't name, I don't remember the names, but it was particularly based on the
Okay. All right, cool. So basically just that the more specific you are, it is better. There's no requirement that you need to be specific, but yeah, when you say successful open source contributor versus you say successfully contributed to X project or XY project, X and Y project, X, Y, and Z project. That is like more specific. So yeah, overall looks pretty nice.
And also it wasn't getting fit. No, it wasn't. I tried, but was bad. So this whole content is pretty much important, and I need to mention it. But I wasn't able to fit it in the one.
Let's try a 2-column resume. Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, should I remove?
Just remove 10, 12. Yeah. Pranay, let's see yours. All right, now we'll go quickly because I think we have been on this call for a long time. Okay. Mobile number, email, @ okay. I don't know, this feels weird. @ feels like a handle. So if you make it like an envelope or something, that would be better. GitHub, what is this? Is it a dev2? It's like a blog thing.
Yep, dev2.
Cool. E-commerce, Next.js, JWT, live, source. Nextjohn is an online clothing store. Users can register. Users may post. Able to search and filter. Pin it is in this. This. If you can just sort of bold things which you want me to read, that would be better. Cool. Go down. Experience, front-end intern. Created email templates. How many did you do? How many did you create?
10 to 15 templates.
Let's say created 10 plus email templates. Developer usual components. How many?
I don't remember. Didn't count it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 50. What is the rough range that we're looking at?
20 to 30.
Yeah, let's just say develop 20 usable components. See, you don't need to be very exact, right? It's not key like 19 बोल के 19 था 20 बोल दिया या 20 था 19 बोल दिया दिक्कत हो जाएगी लाइफ में. Nothing like that. Just that the order should be the same, right? You should not say 20 बनाया है तो you should not say 2. 20 बनाया है तो you should not say 200. Just remain in the same order. But yeah, I think बाकी ठीक है. Front-end course curriculum. What does that mean?
I've worked with the team which was creating the curriculum. So I've given
So
them
tell this, right? Front-end course curriculum. I don't know what did you do? All right, go up. Blogs, blog post that goes over. Okay. All of the useful array methods. Can you like name a number? How many?
15 or 16.
Let's say 15 plus useful array methods. Well, all mein wahi hai na. I don't know. It could be 2. You might say there are only 2 useful methods: slice and concatenate. Yahi hai useful. So let's say 15. A blog post discussing various styling options. Again, various is a fluff word. We call these fluff words. Various say you can get away with. Even if you discuss 2 options, yeah, I discussed various options. So just put a number. Skills, all right, go down. Tools, education, this thing, CGPA is good. Interests, I like this. Linux, anime, video games. Again, be specific if you want. I think interest, anime is good enough. I think it's specific enough. Video games, cool. This looks good. Tushar, let's see yours, and then let's wrap up.
Is this visible?
Yes. Phone, GitHub, LinkedIn. There's like this text is like very light. Just make it a bit.
Okay.
Summary, JavaScript developer, open source enthusiast, highly passionate about building fast creative. I feel like this is generic. Also a person who loves to depict messages. I think, okay, we are going thoda specific with making difference, spelling mistakes, difference. Perspective includes web apps, Figma designs, a lot of random things built for fun. So it is a bit generic. When you say a lot of random things, like from your perspective, you have told me a lot, but from an objective perspective, मुझे कुछ पता नहीं चला. When you say a lot of random things that are built for fun, I don't know what your idea of fun is. I don't know what you mean by lot. I don't know what you mean by random. Like these all things are for your context. I don't know what you have done. Languages, tools, all right, go down. Projects, house, marketplace, web app for selling or renting houses. Let's use bullet points. I like that you have bolded things: sell, rent, leaflet, offers, 6 images, project management, Asana, Jira, no dilemma, repeat it again, go down. Payment gateway, more projects here, education. All right, blogs, go down.
So, and it's only one page summarized to one page.
The blogs का है मतलब?
Sir, वो actually I will like to, as I'm building, so I didn't get the idea of
Acha,
writing how to write a blog. So I need your suggestion.
Let's
for that.
try picking a template. Design it yourself only if you feel you can do better than a template. There are no brownie points for designing it yourself.
Okay.
Okay. If you have time and you think you can make better, then do it. Let's first use a template. So we have a baseline कि इससे better बनाना है. बनाओ. I have nothing against that. But let's use a template first.
Okay.
Cool, folks. So I'll quickly summarize things. We want to give a good idea of the complexity that we have handled from a resume. It's almost like a written representation of our introduction and project showcase combined in some sense. Like if they don't want to watch the video or read introduction, resumes are the way to, like the typically the industry works this way, that interviewer gets a resume and that's how things move forward. And like, yeah, more or less we have to have a resume. We can make it advanced, we can make it look whatever way, but yeah, we have to have a resume. And it is crispness is super important. We want to help the recruiter build a mental image of what skills we bring to the table. So we want to highlight the complexity. Like everywhere we want to highlight, this is the complexity that we can handle. We can handle, let's say, responsiveness. We can handle I don't know, persistence from a state management perspective. We can handle forget password features. So we want to tell the user that, hey, we can handle this one, these type of things. In case you have experience, like only a couple of folks in this cohort have experience, it does not apply to everyone, but if you have experience, be it tech or non-tech, find out what data points are most relevant to this particular case. Tell it in a very concise manner. I see that a lot of use a lot of vague sentences, but that does not help a case. Be as specific as possible. Use numbers wherever possible. If you feel that point does not give you a lot of value, then you can just skip that point. There are no bonus points for having more bullet points. Treat your resume as real estate, which means every inch, every section of your resume has value. You might see other resume formats, resumes of other people. You might blindly copy it because someone else has put a section. Don't do that. Figure out whether that particular section helps your case or not, and just only put sections that you feel are relevant to you. And I think we discussed a bunch of feedback. I'm sure you'll put those pointers in reflection as well, so that you can go through them again when you are building your resume. And you get a chance to lead the conversation based on the things you bold in your resume. That is where the instant attention goes anywhere. So if the other person only has 1 minute or 2, you want to put your best foot forward in terms of the hierarchy, as in put either experience or projects up front, and then put other things in your resume. You should like include numbers. I've already added that. Yeah, if you're putting a soft skill section, then just back it up by something. Just don't say I'm a hard worker. That does not do well. And you can add skills, hobbies, that's like up to you. Max 1 page. So depending on how much space you have, you can fill it based on that. First, use content, use bullets, definitely run Grammarly. grammatical errors are like a high put off. So just do that. Summary, we already talked about. Don't put it if it's generic. Same goes with career objective section. In case you have a career objective section, if it's very unique to you, then only put it. Otherwise, oops. Yeah, if it's very unique to you, then only put it. Otherwise, don't put a career objective section. Certifications, avoid it. Don't use jargon which the other person might not understand. Think that they would not understand any abbreviation which is like very unique to your workspace. And don't do like ratings of your skills. Like don't do I know JavaScript 4 out of 5, React 3 out of 5. That is very subjective. Don't do star ratings on your skills. If you have open source contribution, put that. Yeah, that is all about it. Any final questions? Your homework is create a resume, and by tomorrow 6 p.m. post a link in the in your story of my life section. Yes, Rishabh.
So Bhaiya, you mentioned earlier that non-tech experience has to be avoided, but you told that, I mean, I'm a bit confused. Like I have a lot of non-tech experience, but I don't find it very relevant to this case, like applying for tech job.
So put your projects and then you can put the experience.
Okay, so I have lots of experience.
What you can also do is you can do a 2-column. One side you can put projects, one side you can do experience. So I quickly see both things together, and whatever I want to read first, I can do that. You're telling both things upfront. Hey, I have relevant projects as well, but I have some exposure to the industry as well. So yeah, use 2-column format.
Okay, and Bhaiya, also for that moonshot hackathon, can you explain?
We'll discuss it tomorrow.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to ask about templates, particularly like there are some basic templates like the ones we saw today, or like on Canva or other apps. And then there are this very creative templates, like some people put their resume in something that looks like Discord or VS Code or
not needed.
things like that.
Not needed.
So like, is there any like plus point in doing that?
Plus point to have, of course, but we are working with a time constraint, right? If we go that way, then we'll take like 10 days to make a resume. And the same goes for all the things we are doing, right? We can pick any activity that we have done till now. We can spend 10x more time on it. But yeah, I think from our perspective, the simple templates work. The content is king. As long as you have content in the right way, you don't need a lot of visuals. Because in some sense, when you're doing like a Discord like or an Amazon like UI, you are, that in itself is something like a project that you're showcasing, and content comes second. But right now we want to keep content as first.
Okay.
Athar?
Yeah, so Swapnil, I just wanted to know, once we start applying, will our resumes directly go to the HR or will they be screened by an ATS software? Because one of my friends who is an HR told me that 1-column layout resumes work better as compared to 2-column layout resumes.
We'll not go through that. We'll fast track. That mostly happens when they have like hundreds and thousands of applications and they have to process it manually. In this case, we'll like very selectively say, hey, these are like a handful of candidates that match your requirements. So just interview them directly. So yeah, ATS thing is not applicable in our context.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Any final thing? Homework, create a resume, post a link in your story of my life section by 6 p.m. tomorrow. That is it. And yeah, from tomorrow onwards, we start a lot of interview practice. So let's come knowing that you'll have to code. Everyone will have to code from tomorrow. So yeah, no passive listening from tomorrow onwards. Yeah, I'm also excited. But yeah, now I have to go because I have a meeting, which is I'm already 5 minutes late. So no songs for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.